Kings of the Ring podcast. What's going on, y'all? My name is Khalil. Over to my right is my co-host, the illustrious Willie Joe.
You're
And today we got a very, very special guest with us today. Welcome, Miles. How you doing today?
What's good, my guys? Good to be here. Good to be here.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
sir. Yes, sir.
Very special occasion. This is the first special guest we have here on Kings of the Ring. One of many. One of many to come in the future. So you starting something with us, man. It's
I'm excited.
yeah.
It feels good.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. How you get into wrestling? Like, how does that even happen?
I started watching wrestling probably around like 07, 08-ish. Can't pinpoint the year, but I remember the thing that got me into wrestling was D-Generation X. I can't lie. I remember this was around the time where like Triple H had the handlebar goatee.
Oh, yeah.
The handle that's when like him and Shawn Michaels had like left that beef for a second and they had came back together. And I just remember coming across on YouTube like DX funny moments. And I remember just watching it, and then like from there it was just on. It was on. I seen Shawn Michaels kick somebody. It was over with. It was over with. I was locked in.
Who's your GOAT?
My GOAT? Okay. My GOAT, as far as legacy goes, is Cena. Okay? That's
Okay.
as far as legacy
Cena
goes.
is,
As
okay.
far as legacy goes, is Cena. My favorite in-ring actual wrestling is Shawn Michaels. I feel like you can put Shawn Michaels first stint and second stint, and he got 2 Hall of Fame careers. I think he the Kobe of wrestling. I think he gets a lot of credit, but I think he should get more. So
Okay.
I would say he's probably my actual like technical wrestling GOAT.
Oh, that's respectable. That's hella respectable.
I feel.
Good judging by the criteria. I should extrapolate on that. Off of legacy, mine is Jeff Hardy. But off of in ring, yeah. I
Jeff
mentioned.
Hardy is his
Yeah.
GOAT.
I bet
I'm with you.
he was the man that got me into wrestling, bro. I saw him on a random episode of SmackDown, and it was up. But as far as in ring goes, Bryan Danielson, like
Daniel.
Yeah.
Aye.
yeah,
Yes.
move.
Yes.
yes, sir.
I can't lie, man. I was a fan of Daniel Bryan for real. I can't lie. He was one of the people that was able to like actually have a movement that probably not more than like 6-7 people in WWE have had the peak of like having the crowd involved
Mhm.
in a moment like him at WrestleMania.
Haven't had like a moment like that that's
I
happened
don't-
until.
Yeah. And even then, I feel like the Daniel Bryan was a little bit different. I feel like people were more emotionally invested into that in the moment more than Jey Uso. But I am a Jey Uso fan. I've been watching him for like 15 years, so
Gotcha.
I'm a fan.
Gotcha. What about you, Joe?
In ring GOAT, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then my GOAT is it's Shawn Michaels.
Okay. So I'm outnumbered here, obviously. The Daniel Bryan supremacy will continue to spread, I can show you. All right, so today, before we get started on our topics, I thought we should run through the latest episode of Raw that happened at the time of recording yesterday on December 1st. We're not going to go through a bunch of highlights. Just some stuff I thought worth mentioning. We can talk about that. First thing I want to mention is the 2 last time is now, or talent, as I'm shortening it to entries. First, we had LA Knight versus Jey Uso. Honestly, I thought Jey Uso was gonna win, man. Like, I thought predictable, man. Jey Uso's gonna win, but no, LA Knight won. Like,
I kind of seen that coming. I ain't gonna lie, because LA Knight and Gunther ain't really faced off before. That was a good way to get that off. You know what I mean? 'Cause it wouldn't be a PLE right as of yet. So that's a good way to get that off. And then, of course, they finna give it to Gunther for John Cena.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm curious to see what they do with Jey Uso, though. Because I'm with you. I didn't have him. I had him beating LA Knight. So it is kind of like, I wonder where y'all go from here with him.
What's the Iranian dude that was champion and then left? He came back jacked. He was a part of 3-man band.
Oh, Jinder Mahal.
Sure. That's what they don't do with him.
The interpreter, the original interpreter.
Jay Uso is the new Jinder Mahal.
Nah, the Buster. Put some respect on the name of the modern day Maharaja. All right, I was there when he first defended his championship against Randy Orton in my hometown, in his hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, and won. I've been a backer for a minute. I've been a gender backer for a minute.
You been a what?
Gender backer. Like I've been backing Jin. Yes.
Yo.
Listen, bro. I'm not taking that back. I ain't taking that back.
What?
When before he won the championship, I was like, what the fuck? But now that he won, I was like, I want to see more of this.
I think he can wrestle for sure.
He can.
Yeah, I think he can wrestle.
He can. He just not really like personality driven. He tries, but it's like,
yeah.
Ironically, I did like him a lot in 3MB though. He was funny as shit.
Nah, God bless Jey Uso. He really got to get it together though, man, because his stock is going down. I can't lie.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I'm curious.
He still got the in-ring, the yeet entrance thing going for him, and the run it back. He still got that going for him. That's gonna die down though if he don't be careful.
So I got a question.
But I can't. What can he do outside of team up back with his brother?
I think an interesting question is: do you think that they would turn Jey Uso heel?
I thought that was what we were getting ready to go and do because like they're introducing like, less flashy clothes. He's wearing like grills a lot more now. Like I thought they were getting ready to turn him heel.
Yeah.
And he just toe up everything at the end of the
Yeah. I think my biggest thing about that was I was wondering if they had the balls to do it because Jey Uso is making them a lot of money as far as merch and stuff goes and stuff like that. It's important when you're talking about the way that they handle their money now. WWE, like that's important to them. So I'm curious to see if they go all the way with it and how far they go with it. But I feel like there's a way where he turns heel and it works.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like it works, but you got to do something though. You can't just have him sit.
ASAP.
So after be totally remembering what I was about to say, in the next Talent match, the Last Time Is Now match, or tournament match, Gunther took on Solo Sikoa. I remember liking the match too, which is why I'm upset about forgetting this man's name. But Gunther won, as you said, the whole moral of this whole thing, and he's going on to face LA Knight. Which should be a good match though.
I'm excited for it. I can't lie. I didn't, like I said, I did not have that predicted. I thought it was gonna be Jey Uso and Gunther. I thought Gunther was gonna win. But I like LA Knight. I think that him and Gunther work well in the ring. The times that they've been like have came across each other. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match. Two rising stars going against each other. I think it's a better setup than having a third goddamn Uso and Gunther. No, we don't need that. So definitely LA Knight, Gunther. That's a dope match to go into John Cena and,
This a little off, but I do have this question. Do you think do you think you personally are getting tired of the bloodline?
Bloodline
you think
still exists?
Like
the
MFT?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yo.
You just look at the MFT?
The face paint. Why they do that?
I don't know.
They were doing that in Japan.
Man, if you don't see, here you go.
We're doing that. That's why I'm here.
Yo.
That's why I'm informed, bro. I got the facts, bro.
Get them out of here, bruh.
I feel like they haven't had a chance to like prove themselves yet. Like
these niggas trying to be Sting.
They haven't had a chance to prove themselves yet.
Well, it said nobody can wear face paint.
Maybe if they get those tag titles off of the Wyatt Six, then we can talk about some stuff,
Break them up too.
Or get the tag titles off of AJ Lee. Then they can do some stuff. AJ Lee being AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like,
hey, I know we talking about Raw. That match yesterday, that move that they hit. Did you see it? AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Yeah, they had a tag team match with the New Day. It's so weird to describe. So Kofi was like hanging on the top rope, like hanging on the rope, right? Like half his body in the ring, half his body out the ring. Dragon Lee jumped off the turnbuckle onto this man's back, launched him onto like Styles' shoulders for a Styles clash.
Crazy work. I can't lie, it fit perfect.
it's almost some like M. Dickey video game shit. Like if you didn't see it, it's like an almost improbable move, but they pulled it off. That shit was crazy. Like they deserve to be some tag team champions right there. Like, whew.
Mm-hmm.
White 6 on the other hand, I can't remember the last time they defended their titles.
They got the titles.
White 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been champions for a minute.
It's dirty. It's so dirty how they doing Street Profits.
It is.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about that though. But we forgot about the biggest highlight from Raw last night. Natalia's back. Natalia is back. The almost 20-year veteran in
working
WWE.
out. Maxine is considered back.
She's back on WWE TV.
Okay.
So, because she went away for a minute because she was doing some stuff on the indies. Came back, and now she's back on WWE TV. The almost 20-year. Wait, almost? As of next year, she would have been in WWE for 20 years. Only woman who's been on the roster for that long. Natalya is back.
Yo,
Tyson
Khalil,
wife is back.
let me tell you something, my brother.
What's up?
I don't know if you ever smoked weed before. But that's what we call mid.
Man.
Natalia's the mid grade for sure.
She's a heart, man.
Now, the potential of this.
Just
of
like
Maxine,
her dude, Tyson Kidd.
Yeah.
Both mid.
Oh, whoa, okay. I might have no.
Whoa, what?
I got a homework assignment at the end of this.
What?
Off the base of that.
That nigga is, huh?
I'm gonna need you to go watch some NXT, but we'll get to that in a minute. But
Original NXT.
yeah, but it is. I do find the potential of Natalya being back on TV and training Maxine Dupree for her current run as Intercontinental Champion.
What's her name?
It's Maxine Dupree.
It's good to see her back, just because only for me, because I know it's not gonna be for you. She used to be around a lot when I was a kid, so
a lot of bids around.
It's just seeing her back on TV is not, it's cool to see her back on TV. She was on E-Television too, though.
Yeah, she was on E-Television.
So she
Along with the other mid twins.
Besides Nikki Bella, she's probably like the one person on the roster you can like call like a legend getting ready to retire. Like she's in that class of like Samoa Joe or AJ Styles of like getting ready to retire. Like last year's are upon them type beat.
Yeah.
Now you need to put some respect on Natty's name, man. Like she
name one Natty classic match.
One Natty classic match. All right. Her versus Tamina. All right. That's like that. Natalya versus Tamina.
Fly Snooker daughter.
Yes, Tamina
Hey,
train.
listen,
Woo.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax, bro.
Are you playing?
Listen, when I was little.
No, he's joking.
No,
he's gotta be joking. It's classic and Tamina don't go together, nigga. What is you talking about?
Bruh.
Is he playing?
Bruh, Tamina. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wasn't gonna say a classic Natalya.
You talk about Royce legs, bruh.
Crazy straight. Crazy.
Is that
Crazy straight.
Yo.
Nah, Tamina's a crazy pull, though. I can't lie. Tamina's a crazy pull.
Oh,
Tamina's a crazy pull.
her match for when she won her first championship is
playing.
I'm being serious now. Her match for her first women's championship was pretty good. I do enjoy that. I can't really tell you about like the 5-star Natalya Classic, but I do appreciate her as a presence being in WWE as long as she has.
Like I said before, I mess with her on some nostalgia. It's good. It's good seeing her. But that's about it. That's about it for me.
If anything, I'll even go one step ahead. She's like the Dolph Ziggler of the women's division. You could put her with anybody and she'll have a good match. It may not be a classic, but it'll be a good match. She can work with anybody. She can make anybody look good.
She can't sell like Dolph.
She can't.
Whoa.
Not sell like Dolph. Not at all.
Can't sell like Dolph.
I mean that in the way of how
Dolph Ziggler.
I mean that in the way of you put her with or the Miz. You put them with anybody.
More the Miz. I don't
Miz.
like his tone when he talk about the Miz.
She's the Miz.
But I don't like his tone when he talk about the Miz.
The Miz.
But yeah, she is more
What you mean?
towards the Miz than Dolph.
I don't know, man. You didn't play hitting on the
Yeah.
standing for the longest time.
Come on, man.
We're gonna talk about it though. But that's the end of the Raw highlights. Right now we're gonna go into our topic. Fellas, only one of us on this panel and two of us in this room were alive when this was on TV.
Yeah.
Well, not on TV because we were both alive when it was on TV. When it was like around still. We want to talk about the legacy of WCW.
Okay.
And I say that because WCW ended in 2001.
Yeah.
So
We got to go when it started, though, Young Bucks.
you do got to go when it started.
NWA, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? Early 80s is when I caught on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I caught on to it like right around when I caught on to WWF. I had TBS. I was like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
And then I looked at it, and then I was like, I was hooked because the first people I saw was Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham, just people like that. I feel like NWA, WCW was like classic NWA. Like that was like, you could put that up against any territory, any time of just like far as just stars looking like stars, great storylines, aura. I don't know. I was just a real fan of that. Like Road Warriors, fucking Mr. Death, Steve Williams.
That's a pull.
Like so many people though, but I was a big fan of WCW, NWA.
I had to go back and watch a lot of the catalog, all the catalog. I had to go back and watch it. There's a lot of things I do appreciate about WCW. One of my favorite matches of all time is a WCW match. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Halloween Havoc 97.
Oh my God. Purple Ray.
Purple Ray. Mm-hmm. Like
talking about one of the greatest, man. I'm an Eddie Guerrero and Ray.
Hey, I just said NWA. These niggas fast forward 10 years.
We going back.
I didn't know you want to feel like chronologically or
we
just
going
like.
back. We going back.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, let's talk. We'll go back to NWA.
Y'all know nothing about that, right?
The story.
I do know. I did watch 1983 Flair for the Gold pay per view. It was Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes in the main event.
And it was outside.
Yeah. And it was and that feud gave us one of like the most memorable promos of all time. Dusty Rhodes' Hard Times promo.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's even a promo that still like rings true to this day. Everybody falls on hard times. But as far as like the NWA era, I'm not as familiar with that era. I do know about a few things as well. Like Ric Flair taking the belt and going to WWF for after a dispute with Cowboy Bill Watts, who was running the company at the time. But
which was a theme with WCW, if I'm not tripping. A lot of WCW's legacy in the wrestling world is a lot of disputes between upper management and actual wrestlers. Which is I think why there was a revolving door at WCW of great talent and great wrestling. But I think that's also why when you hear old wrestlers talk about WCW, it's always great wrestling and a lot of like extra stuff on the outside. But I think that as far as wrestlers go for WCW, I think that they got like one of the best. If not, you can put them up against that 90s. I would say like
one of the best what?
Say it one more time.
One of the best what?
One of the best. I say talent rosters from probably 88 to 96. The amount of people that came out of WCW that either eventually went into WWF or actually stayed in WCW for that amount of time. I think that people would be surprised about how many wrestlers started in WCW.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. The talent pool in WCW was absolutely insane.
Like insane. Like even the type of people that are the biggest stars in WWE at the time. Like Stone Cold came from WCW.
Triple H was in WCW.
Triple H was in WCW. Like
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, when they came over from the AWA, they were in WCW for a little bit.
Yep.
And then went to WWF, came back.
Was Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan. Went to
No. Was Macho Man?
Wait.
Negative.
Hold on, what's the question?
Superstars, dog.
They
I'm
are.
talking about people that was under the real stars that WWF made.
You talking about Hogan and
Macho Man, you heard of
yeah?
him?
Two,
Roddy Piper, you ever heard of him?
3 people who eventually went to WCW.
It don't matter where they went to. We're talking about where they came from.
They went to.
If we're talking about
Sure.
superstars
And
born and bred, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
If we're talking about superstars born and bred from WCW, Dusty Rhodes, first of all. Like, the WWF.
Rose can't pick up Hulk Hogan luggage.
That's blasphemy. I will say that.
In the wrestling legacy world?
As far as
Legacy, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
That's what we're talking about.
You're right, legacy wise. But as far as like, I can't lie. I don't know. I feel like I don't like that statement. I don't like the words that you put together for that. I think it do Dusty Rhodes a disservice. I think he closer than a lot of people want to say. As far as wrestling goes, from not a company wide, but as far as like just wrestling, yeah, I think he's up there with him.
Ric Flair too.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, Ric Flair can definitely lace the boots of Hogan. Hogan can't lace Ric's boots at all. Even off
as far as can wrestle, yeah, but I mean, you acting like Ric Flair had a high skill set as wrestling. He was definitely.
He had a higher skill set.
He IQ'd and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Skill set?
Like, in terms of, like, what skill set?
Like, great in the ring, like Ricky Steamboat skill set.
Ricky Steamboat's a pull boy.
Yeah, that's amazing in the ring.
That's a great wrestler.
Amazing.
Shit.
It's two WCW talents had their careers tragically ended early due to back injury. Man, because him and Rick Rude both had a lot more in the tank to go.
Yeah.
Rick Rude fired, but that was WWF.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, damn, this is young buck. You thought he was started in WCW, though?
He ain't starting WCW, but he touched
he was
WCW.
Trash in WCW.
Nah, but I was finna say he just touched WCW though. Yeah. That's a fact.
But like, as far as like their born and bred talent, even if they're not a Hogan level, because nobody, who else? There's barely a few people who are at a Hogan level. Somebody who's like important to wrestling as a whole. You know.
Yes, a small select.
But the talent that got bred from there to become legends in their own right, Booker T, Scott, both of the Steiner brothers, especially Scott Steiner.
Oh, they're the best tag team
for sure.
of all time.
Mm-hmm. Even Booker T, when he was with Harlem, he was brother.
Let me say it one more time for you.
You say say it one more
time.
Huh? I ain't hear you.
Allen Houston. Want me to say it one more time?
What did you say?
Okay. That boy, Camby.
Lord in heaven.
Yeah, whatever. Who you say was the greatest what of all time?
Oh, Steiner Brothers is the greatest tag team of all time. Let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about WCW, who better outside of the Road Warriors? Who better than them in WCW?
Oh, in WCW?
Oh, WCW.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I agree with that completely.
Who better than period?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll definitely will agree with that. Not too many, if anybody, who's better than the Steiner brothers.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody. I even will say they're better than the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
You're talking about WCW, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. He's talking about period, though.
I mean all the time, really.
Who?
I told
you finna say Kane and Daniel Bryan?
Stop playing
Not
with me.
Team Hell No.
Bro, stop playing with me, bro. I think Are you judging?
Ooh, the Nasty Boys. They're also a tag team in WCW. They've got
Who you just say?
The Nasty Boys.
Who?
The Nasty Boys.
Keep playing.
This
bro.
man, you know who I'm talking about, but you know who I'm talking about. All-time feuds with Harlem Heat as well, man. Like
my boy. You just said that Nasty Boys is what?
The Nasty Boys also a team in WCW. As good as the Steiners? No.
Oh,
but
why was you mentioning them then?
Because even though the Steiner brothers was like the best, if not one of the best teams in WCW.
They was the best. Number 2 was Midnight Express. Number 3 was Rock and Roll Express. Road Warriors. Brainbusters, Arn Anderson and Bubba. Dean Marco, whatever his name was. They was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the Steiner brothers for it.
I'm not mad at him at that either. A thing I really appreciate though in WCW, or two things. Well, one, they were kind of revolutionary in the platforming of the cruiserweights.
Yes.
Definitely.
They had a great from like the mid '90s all the way up until their end. They had a really good roster of cruiserweights, even people who were go on to be influential in the business. Of course, we know about Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
We get Dean Malenko also on that list. We got Shane Helms we ended up doing bigger things in WWF. We even had some people who maybe not have done
Shane Douglas
as well.
Fire.
Even people who may not have done the big things, like Chavo Guerrero as well. Even people who not have done big things in the.
You don't like Chavo Guerrero, bro.
You're not a fan of
Chavo Guerrero fan.
Not a fan of Chavo.
Come on, man.
What we talking about?
Come on, bro.
Chavo Guerrero, a really good cruiserweight.
Chavo Guerrero. What's his name? How you say his name?
Chavo Guerrero.
Chavo
I
Guerrero.
see where we at with him.
Yeah.
Is the Shawn Wayne's.
Whoa!
What is this?
Whoa! Hold on.
Family,
Hold on,
dog.
hold on.
What y'all be talking about,
Wayne's.
dude?
Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, he's a step above the dude that used to have the thing. Santo, or what's his name?
You talking about Santino Marella?
Okay, you're not gonna talk about Chavo Guerrero.
Man, stop.
He almost was a jobber. Let's talk about it.
You talking about him like he's
Bruh.
David Flair.
First of all,
Boom, damn near. Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ted DiBiase, bro, that man
My
had
nigga.
that man had a solo tag.
you wasn't a fan of Legacy?
Well, Randy Orton, yeah.
No,
Not two other niggas.
Cody.
Cody?
I wasn't a friend of Cody till he was blind. Anything before blind was mid.
I always saw the potential of Cody,
We'll get to that in a second.
but
But yes,
Fair wrestlers, everybody.
come on, bro. We from different generations. That's why it worked.
Jamie Noble.
Nigga was
That's why it worked.
Yeah.
That's why
born
it worked.
yesterday.
Jamie Noble also one of the most influential cruiserweights in the business, as well as Jimmy Yang. Even people who didn't go on to do big things like Evan Courageous, Kwee, Norman Smiley, like a whole bunch of these people, cruiserweights who have been like what he got to say.
What name did you say?
I said Evan Courageous, Kwee, Norman Smiley.
Kwee. Who's Kwee?
Kwee came in during 98, 99. He wasn't there for a minute. He was there from like 99, I think, till it closed. He had like this like split personality gimmick. He was Kwee when he came out, but he also had like Angry Allen. Basically, when he gets angry, he turns up the volume and he's more aggressive than high fly. It was good for the time, and in his attire as well.
I'll be like anybody, bro.
Kwee was cool, man. Kwee was cool.
You don't got nobody when you was a kid, bro. You don't got nobody when you was a kid that you look back on now and was like, why did I like them?
Also, Juventud.
Ultimate Warrior. Thought he was
Running Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, great talent of also I gotta mention probably like one of the strongest cruiserweights on their the even though Rey Mysterio was really good, they put a lot of stock behind Billy Kidman when he was there too.
They did put a lot of stock behind Billy Kidman.
Yeah, and that really
was Pillman in there.
Brian Pillman. Yes,
he was.
He was. He actually had a really controversial moment in WCW with the I Respect You match.
Yeah.
I don't forget who he was going against, but he had heat with the Booker Kevin Sullivan at the time. So in the middle of the match, he went, "I respect you, Booker man," and then dipped out and went to WWF. That's when he got that loose cannon personality.
Yeah, I was gonna say when he was in WWF, he was loose cannon for sure. That was his whole character.
Yep. But yeah, Brian Pillman was there. Great talent. He was part of the Horsemen, was he not? At like one point, I know they had rotated members.
Early, probably when
Yeah,
because they were swapping for a minute.
Yeah,
That's when they started getting canned.
I know he and Dustin Rose were a tag team. Dustin Rose, that's a great talent from WCW.
that's a great talent, bro. That's
A lot
a
of
good pull.
A lot of the younger fans may know him in AEW. A lot of the slightly older fans know him in WWF as Goldust. Great, I think he's great regardless era he's
Great
in.
as Dusty.
But
He was.
Dustin Rose, yeah.
Dusty. That's who Hangman think he is.
He thinks he's Dustin Rose.
Yeah.
He just be saying anything, man.
That's real.
You just be saying anything.
No. That's real.
Man, we not talking about AEW today. 'Cause I'll make this hour-long episode 2 hours, man. Try me. But um and we can't go up talking about WCW without mentioning probably the biggest thing about WCW was the formation of the NWO. That was probably the biggest thing that WCW ever did.
It is. It is.
It is.
It is.
I got something that's a tie with that.
What?
Goldberg.
Goldberg was a great get.
What's the longest undefeated?
But it's a tie with that. He got a career right now because of that moment.
Yeah.
True. Like I'll say the formation of the NWO is bigger because of the stakes of what went behind it.
Yes.
Because you have Hogan, who's been with the company for a minute after he left the WWF, come in, turn on his friend Randy Savage, turn heel, and form this thing with these two people who the company WCW is making out to be like outsiders, you know, as like the name says, and this form this big counterculture, less is like counterculture, anti like sort of conglomerate, less sterile, less clean image for WCW to reflect the 90s of the time, and them started the whole black, the NWO shirts that moved a lot. I still see people today rocking NWO shirts. They're like the Awesome 316 shirts. They're that iconic.
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
Definitely are.
And the good thing about that was, the crazy part about that was that when Hogan got to WCW, that wasn't him at first. He was like still the same Hogan from WWF.
Yeah.
And that was really probably the biggest thing about that was before them actually becoming a group per se, was Hogan turning heel and actually being able to do the edge that, I mean, nobody's seen him do before because he was a babyface for the entire time.
Last time we saw him turn heel was in the AWA.
Yeah.
Before he started doing the whole Hulkamania thing.
Exactly. And nobody saw him at that level.
The Rocky movie, basically.
Yeah, basically. And Joe, I want to ask you about this. I want to know, where were you when the first episode of WCW Nitro premiered?
In my living room watching it.
Well, better question. What was going through your mind as this new weekly television of wrestling was coming on? Like, what was the mentality? Well, if you can remember, what was the mentality?
I was definitely, that was my like OD sports everything. I remember because around that time I was a huge fan of Allen Iverson. He was on Georgetown Hoyas. I remember seeing him on there, and that got me heavy into college basketball at that time. That was, and one time that was NBA, NFL, all that type of stuff. So I was in WWF, obviously, looking at that heavy. So when they said the Nitro, I was excited because it was like an alternative. It was like something new. Just like, okay, let's see what they got going on. And as it was going, it was cool because it was new. So you see people you didn't know before, and then it started to like die down, and I wasn't really watching it. And it wasn't until the NWO came, then I was back on it. Like,
definitely. That first episode was really iconic. I think it was being taped in the Mall of America for the first episode.
Yeah.
And the debut of Lex Luger after leaving the in his big weird poofy shirt. Like a week after leaving WWF, he appears on WCW TV.
There was a lot of that. There was that, and then I think that was a lot of the behind the scenes beef between WWF and WCW.
Yeah,
I think a lot of that stems from like not knowing what the talent would do or who people would gravitate to more. Like, it's kind of crazy now that you think about it, being where we are now with wrestling, like how, like, I couldn't imagine 20 years ago now, like, TNA's under WWE. Like, it's crazy to think about, but like that was the first one that Vince ever felt comp, like to the point where it was real beef between them. It was real beef between Eric Bischoff and them for a minute until, things came around.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you. I do feel you. But yeah, no, I mean, and of course, Nitro wasn't no slouch. You know, um, famously beat WCW or WWF Raw in the rankings for, as Eric Bischoff will continue to tell you,
To this day.
83 weeks. 83 weeks.
This whole podcast is called that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm. 83 weeks. He would tell about how much because they're consistently beating Raw in the ratings. But the only one time that kind of like switched up was when the commentary team basically spoiled the ending of Raw when Mankind won the WWF Championship for the first time. Basically, because that's the thing they would do on commentary to spite the other people, is like they say, hey, in case you were trying to go watch our other guys, here's what happens at the end of the term, at the end, to try and incentivize people of not going to watch the show because, hey, you already heard what happened.
Yeah,
that was a mistake.
Yeah, for sure.
They underestimated how much people loved Mankind and Mick Foley. So yeah, that kind of like went out of the way there.
cooked.
And with that, a lot of other decisions happened to contribute to the downfall of WCW, this great monstrous company with a lot of things. I feel like what's the word I want to describe this? The way too much, the embiggening of the NWO. Way too many members, you know.
Yeah, man, that be the problem with a lot of stuff. You be having some good stuff going, then you just get OD.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was a wrap when Buff Bagwell joined it. It was a wrap.
Buff Bagwell.
Cooked gumbo. It was over.
Yeah.
I mean, you got stuff like Buff Bagwell joining the group. You had the Giant was already there after he left the Dungeon of Doom. But then you get people like VK Wall Street. You get Kurt Hennig in there. Brad Armstrong. Vincent, who used to be Virgil in the WWF. Jeff Jarrett. The like a whole bunch of who the fuck cares.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, and even by that time that was happening, Hogan wasn't even doing red, black and white no more. He was back in his red and yellow.
Yeah.
And yet and then they had like the different eras and like split offs of the NWO, like the Wolfpack, which I've heard some really like divisive things about the Wolfpack. Like, let me get your opinion on that, Joe, about the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, Scott Hall.
That was the red and black division of the NWO. Had Sting, Conan.
Trash! What
the
fuck?
Kevin Nash was ahead of that.
That shit blowing me. But that was you can't hear it?
Cool.
I just remember like that just being like doing it at a time where it was overdue. I mean, like, what's the word? Not overdue, but the reverse of that, like
underdue.
Like when it's expired, like when it's been done,
like a decay.
Yeah, like OD, like they was doing that shit when it was already cooked. Like they was making it more cooked.
And I can imagine watching it back then, because going back and watching it's kind of a contrast to see what WCW was like at one time and what WWF was like, and then kind of following them past that and seeing how WCW really like was super heavy on trying to outdo WWE and WWF, that it just did them a disservice, like at the end of it. And by the time that the company ended, they were adding tag teams and doing stuff like that, to the point where it was like, none. Well, we would just rather watch this.
Right. Finger Poke of Doom, very infamous moment in WCW as well.
With what?
When Hulk Hogan.
It was supposed to be the leader of the Wolfpack for the leader of the Black and White for the championship. Hogan versus Nash. Got in the ring, poke in the chest. Nash falls 1, 2, 3, and it's supposed to symbolize the joining of the two factions back together. And that's the same episode where they spoiled the ending of Mankind winning the WWF Championship.
All bad.
Cook show.
Now they had like good moments during that time. Again, like Goldberg. Though how they ended his streak, Starrcade '97, with Scott Hall tasing this man.
Nah, man.
They fucked up a lot of stuff.
A lot of good stuff though. Like there was a lot of good stories. It was a lot of good things that could have been done right.
Yes,
but that's the more frustrating part.
Like it wasn't based off like passion though. It wasn't based. It wasn't like just like giving the fans what they want, building our audience. It was based off like trying to outdo somebody else or worrying about what somebody else is doing. Like it was coming from a envious place, so it would never last.
And a lot of folks in WCW at that time, like that were making decisions, weren't even former wrestlers. They really weren't a part of the wrestling industry until it got handed to them.
Yeah.
So a lot of decisions like that, like we said before, like a lot of divisiveness between talent and management for WCW.
Who do you think was? I don't think there's anybody like solely responsible for the death of WCW. It's like
it's a collective.
It's a collective. Say like it was Eric Bischoff.
You can't say it's Eric Bischoff's fault because he brought y'all the most hype that y'all had as far as that time period. Like that was but he killed it. But at the same time, what was anybody else doing?
People say it's Vince Russo's fault, who is one of the head writers, who also used to work for the WWF in like its prime years. Honestly, people say it's Vince Russo's fault. People can say that it's Ted Turner's fault for not keeping but he really couldn't after the Time Warner merger, which also contributed to it being sold off.
I think it was a handful of things, but I also think the biggest thing that we're not saying is that WWF was just better. It just was better
after a while,
and it's you can't beat something that's better. And I think that like if WWF wasn't what it was, because WCW ended in 2001?
2001, yes.
In 2001, what was WrestleMania main event that year? Rock Austin?
Yeah, WrestleMania X7, Rock Austin.
How are you beating that? How are you beating
My Way promo?
You're not
at all.
Like, not at all.
Like you got that like on the year of what a lot of consider to be the best WrestleMania of all time.
It's tough to say, but they were just outdid. And even during the time, like there was. How did you feel about DX pulling up to WCW on some invade type? That was hard as.
They had gave it up because at the time. You keeping score at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, Nitro up. Like, up. Like, so that move really put a little move on the chessboard for sure.
Yeah. And like I said, when something's better, it's better.
Exactly. Of course, we're all like very much grateful to what WCW contributed to
1,000,000%.
the wrestling space. Wrestling would not look how it does now if not for WCW.
WWF wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for WCW.
Exactly. That needs to change.
They needed somebody. They needed somebody to come in and do something like Monday Night Nitro. Like they needed a push like that to really, it's like characters in a story. You got the person that is the hardest to beat. But once you beat them, it is what it is. WWF just needed to show like it don't matter who you are. You're not competing with what we have going on. But at the same time, like I said before, WCW has contributed so many wrestlers to just our screens over the years that you can never diss them too hard. You can never diss them. You got to appreciate what they brought to the table. The factions that they brought to the table, like you said, NWO shirts still to this day. It was a solid company. A lot of things could have changed from it, but it was solid.
A lot of the matches and like even the War Games match came from WCW. Dusty Rhodes Baby. We have WCW to thank for that. A lot of things, matches, match types, superstars, angles, the way stuff is being written and talked about in wrestling today would not be here without WCW.
Some amazing matches.
All right, cool. Next, let's move on to the Royalist. For the Royalist, we have two lists to talk about. Now today, I've been wanting to talk about this for weeks. I want to talk about the unsung, unrecognized, should be more recognized than they are, Jesus, lack of words, talent in WWE. There's a lot of them. There's a bunch of them. But
all time or right now?
All time. You know what? Let's make it spicy.
I like it. We can do all time.
All time. Let's start off for our guests. Let me ask you first.
So, I got a couple folks that I've thought about for this. I think that who I'll say first. I think John Morrison don't get the credit he deserves. I think John Morrison don't get the credit he deserves. You know, some people, they might be up here or not, like to call him a fake Shawn Michaels. I think he's more than that.
Yeah.
Who you talking about? Lance Bass?
Lance Bass.
Come on, man. I really
Glitter pants? Crazy, dog.
Listen, this is what I was saying before, and I honestly will stand on it, man. Starship Pain is one of the most beautiful finishers I've ever seen.
It is.
Like, I think that as far as executing a move, I feel like I said before, I don't think many wrestlers.
Jeff Hardy hit that move?
Jeff Hardy is probably one of the only people that can hit that move as well as John Morrison hit that move.
Probably not as good looking.
Tell the people now that can hit it.
Yeah, they can hit it for sure. But it was something about his like athletic ability that went into him being able to just like, I don't know. Every time I watched the John Morrison match, I didn't feel like, like I felt like, bro, I'm seeing actual good counters, good wrestling.
I feel like every time I seen it, I felt like Fandango's finna come out. What's his name?
Bruh.
Fandango's another one though. Fandango's another one. You know, I was hitting this. I was hitting this.
Yeah, but I feel like John Morrison don't get the credit he deserves, man. I feel like he's a underappreciated wrestler.
Okay.
I might feel that way because I grew up during that time watching, like during Tag with the Miz when he was with Melina, like that time. But
yeah.
I don't know. He always stood out to me as somebody that should probably get a little bit more love for as good as he sold. He had great counters, and he had one of my favorite finishers of all time.
What's your opinion on John Morrison, Johnny Nitro?
Johnny Nitro.
The yikes. Well, I just kind of said it, but he was cool. I feel like he got a push though.
A little bit, yeah.
Call him I don't know. He got a push for sure. Like he had the Miz tag team shit. He had with the solo things he was doing. He had the entrance that took time where it was in slow mo and all that.
That was hard, bro.
So,
that was hard, bro. That was hard, bro.
Then was getting that type of.
Yeah, but I feel like even where they placed him on match cards at pay-per-views, it wasn't really the push that you would think it would be from somebody that was in a tag team and had like tag team titles at some point.
Now he is a former world champion.
He is a former world champion. Yeah. That is a fact.
And though the circumstances
can a world champion be
in a certain way that it happens
in this category?
If you're
I mean, I think it's because of what he was. He was a world champion within WWE canon, but that world championship was the ECW championship. So. Yeah. And like besides that, he kind of only got that because of Benoit. Benoit went and did what he did, and that WWE had to scramble with the belt on somebody. And for some reason, they didn't want to put it on CM Punk just yet, so they gave it to Johnny Nitro, who became John Morrison.
And even at that time, they were carrying ECW like its third show. Yeah. So, you know.
Though I will say, like, after the fold of ECW, after he lost that championship, he did pick up a few titles, like a tag title run, I believe, and with his, and I think he also picked up an Intercontinental Championship run.
He did. I just feel like as far as today goes, a lot of people don't mention him.
After his second run in the company.
Yeah, especially after that. So,
did you want to go down? I was wondering.
Yeah.
Did you want
how many you had?
List? What else you got?
Who else do I have? I got a funny one.
Okay.
I got a funny one.
Okay.
Somebody that I personally didn't mind as much as other people. Hurricane Helms, man.
Stand back.
Stand back. It's a hurricane coming through, man. Listen, I obviously understand what he was for WWF, WWE. At the time, he was like a throw off to what they were doing at that time.
Mhm.
Like WWE was very rugged. It was very like edgy.
Yeah.
And he was the exact opposite of that. But like I said, and I'll say it again, I think as far as gimmicks go, I think he was one of those ones that actually made it work.
Mhm.
I think that his feud with The Rock was hilarious. I think they worked well together. I think the crowds, every time I went back and watched the match with him, it wasn't like the crowds were like, get this guy off my screen. Like, it didn't feel like that. It felt like, oh, nah, this is, like, even if they making fun of him to a level, it still was like, this is fun. This is cool. This is whatever. And after the hurricane thing, you know, his character, and he went to Gregory Helms.
Yeah.
I enjoyed his wrestling. I felt like he can actually wrestle. Like,
He's like one of the most influential cruiserweights of all time.
yeah.
Like,
You have any opinions on that,
Yeah.
Joe? You have any? You have any?
My opinion on everything.
let's not forget his two underlings that he had with him, Rosie,
Yep.
who just departed from 3 Minute Warning, Roman Reigns' older brother,
Yep.
to become the superhero in training, the SHIT, and Mighty Molly, the former Molly Holly, as well. The little collective was from week to week hilarious.
Yes, man. Like, real hilarious. And I was telling Joe before we started rolling was that WWE has gimmicks. They have gimmick guys.
Yeah.
They have people that they try things out on.
Yeah.
They want to see what works. Santino Morella's another one that's like worked crowd wise, worked promo wise, worked in that way. And I think that Hurricane is one of those guys. I think that as far as I think that WWE has misses with gimmicks, and I don't think that he was one of them. And that's where he falls under my underappreciated.
Okay.
It's not necessarily that I feel like he should have been a world champion or nothing like that, but I don't think that he was this corny, like, in a bad way. He was corny. Let me rephrase. He was corny. But
By design.
And I think that he played it well. And I feel like I could really see that after he was stopped being that character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like certain things like that you got to see after somebody stops playing a character. All right, how well did they play that character? Like, how well did they play that character? How well can you actually wrestle? Because, as you know, different characters have different move sets. Like, for some people. So, I thought he did. I thought he was smooth. I thought he was a good wrestler.
Okay. All right. You got another one, or?
I mean, I don't want to steal. I don't know if y'all got one of these up there. You saying some.
You know what? I'll save mine for last. Let me see what Joe got to say first.
Is that you got a third one?
Nah, go ahead.
No third one.
No. Okay. I'll say my third, but it's really a known third. But I always love bringing his name up because, like, I really respect his work. Shelton Benjamin, man. I think he gets brought up a lot in underappreciated conversations, but I still don't think it's enough. I think that I don't understand why he never won a world championship. I think that he's one of the most athletic people to ever touch WWE. I think he's one of the best underrated sellers. I think that Raw with Shawn Michaels, when he hit that kick off the ropes,
springboard.
I thought he kicked his head off, bro. And it took for, like, Shawn Michaels talked about in an interview, like, that was one of the best sales that he worked with. And, like, I just feel like, you know, he had his original run, and then he came back for another run. But I feel like during that original run, I feel like he deserved a bigger push than there was, because every time I wanted to see him, ladder match, whatever it was, I was excited, bro. I was excited to see him. So
okay,
say he's an under one, but still talked about a decent amount.
That's even like just solo style, because World's Greatest Tag Team, when he was doing that run, Team Angle stuff.
Yes, bro.
Greatest Tag Team.
Yes,
most definitely.
Yes,
most definitely.
But
even in Hurt Business, with in WWE.
For sure. But I would say those are my people right now.
Okay. What about you, Joe?
One for me is Montez Ford, aka Jey Uso Sr.
Jey Uso Sr. What are these comparisons, bro?
Senior, not Junior. That's where Jey Uso got it from. Please believe it. Frog splash, whole shit, blah, blah, blah. But Montez Ford is very underappreciated, underused. I think I like him with Street Profits, but it's time to get away. It's time to do both solo, because even Big Boy might be good solo. I just think it's time for him to go solo. I think it's time for him a shot. They gave his girl a shot. This girl's a superstar, and y'all just got him sitting there looking crazy. Like, it's time to give him a push. Go mid-card first, go after the U.S. title or the Intercontinental, and then move up there. Him and Dom feuding to be fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's just so many things you could do with him. But Montez Ford is for sure number one.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, and I saw people talk about this, and I personally think so, do you think he's the masked man?
No.
I feel like a lot of people say Austin Theory. I feel like it would be cool though to see him get that push.
I don't think it's because he's tall.
He's tall. He's tall.
I don't think the Masked Man is tall enough to be Montez Ford. I think it's definitely Austin Theory.
He's tall, but I'm ready to see him get that push too.
Yeah.
Montez.
All right, who you got next, Joe?
Number 2. Santos Escobar.
You know, that's a good one. That's a good pull.
That's a good pull.
I think Santos Escobar got what it takes. It remind me of all the Latin ones that got through the cracks that became superstars like Eddie Guerrero's and Rey Mysterio's, and even a little bit of Tio Santana, the way he wrestled. He's good on the mic. He wrestled. He got a good image. I just stop the whackness of like LWO and all that, like pairing them. Oh, we got other Latin people. Let's put them together. Like, clear all that. Let him be a badass. Go showcase how fire he is in the ring. Have dope feuds with people, and man, let him be one of your next stars, because really WWE needs to really get their heel game together, like for real. Yeah. And he can be a great heel.
I know they're on 2 different shows, to my knowledge, but I can see him feuding with Dom. If not for the IC championship, at least for the AAA.
Exactly. At least let him go over there or something. Like, is he over there? Because I ain't seen nothing.
Garza,
one episode over there.
Garza and Humberto Carrillo are the tag champs over there. So other members of Legado del Fantasma can, if they can make it, then he can definitely. Okay, that's a good pull though. I've always liked Santos Escobar.
That's a good pull.
Yeah, classic all time. You know my guy, Mr. Perfect, man.
Mr. Perfect.
He never was a world champion. Best in the ring, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people give it to Bret Hart, but it's really Mr. Perfect, then Bret Hart. I think he's the best suplex you will ever see in your life. Perfect suplex, actually. And spit out the gum, classic, man. Ain't nothing like Mr. Perfect, man. One of my favorites of all time.
Everything that Kurt Hennig did in the ring looked so easy, smooth, and flawless. He was Mr. Perfect for a reason.
Why was his son trash? Damn.
He was a good.
What?
I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah.
Why was his
about
son trash?
Nah.
He's like, I think he's like what, the 7th longest reigning IC champion of all time. I'm pretty sure he's like 7th. Yeah. He was a Paul Heyman guy as well. Like, him and they were trying to do some stuff.
They tried to push his son so bad.
Curtis Axel.
Like, he could have at least like thrived in the mid card. When he got like the little comedic edge with the Social Outcasts or the B Team, I found that to be a little bit funny. But I kind of wish they would have did a little more with him in the Miz Taraj. I found it to be a little bit funny, but I feel like he could have done a little bit more than that. Also, that joke of him still being in the Royal Rumble match to this day because he never actually got eliminated.
That was fun.
Yeah, my 3.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, I think this is where I set the world on fire with my 3. So, I'm going to save him for last because the first person, my unsung talent in WWE, I'm going to go with Finlay.
I love it. I love it.
I had Joe watch him versus Steve Regal in the Belfast Brawl. And to my knowledge, you said you rather enjoyed that match.
Yeah, it was dope. Remind me of some Gunther shit or something.
Right. Finlay was treated a little better in WCW, But when he got to WWE, he was like in the back training a lot of like backstage from. He was like one time he was involved with training the women. So that's why we got like a lot of good matches between Trish Stratus, Victoria, Jazz, because he was training them and being like, okay, why can't the women do the same thing as the men? To a point where they even had to tell him to, hey yo, calm it down. Calm it down. But in the ring though, when it came back as like the heel, when he had the my name is Finley and I love to fight,
love it.
That was great. He was just bare knuckle in the ring, just
him and Hornswoggle.
Well, the little bastard came later, and then like I'm not sure if I like that.
I know you.
No disrespect to the guy who made Dylan, the guy who portrayed Swoggle. You did your job, what you were employed to do. I kind of wish you weren't around that much, but it's not your fault for being employed.
1,000,000%.
But also a former cruiserweight champion. But
so sick.
But Finley definitely was one of them ones. He had I had a style that was like ahead of his time. And it's actually like transition to my second one. I talked about him on Sunday when we recorded episode 2, Wade Barrett. I think Wade Barrett deserved more than what he got in the yes, Joe.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I think he deserved more than what he got in the company. He was a former tag champ. He was a former Intercontinental champ. When he became Bad News Barrett, I felt like that was gonna be this is where he jumps off.
Yeah.
What's bro name that had a baby by Jennifer Hudson?
David Otunga.
There's no difference.
Nah. Listen. We can't do that because I remember that first.
There's
that
no
NXT.
difference.
There is a difference. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
I remember those NXT early days, bro.
The only
Wade Barrett was for sure the leader.
Wade Barrett was the leader.
He was the leader for a reason.
This man had the makings of a star.
Bro,
Wade Barrett
redhead dude should have been the leader.
Hey, he was looking John Cena in the eye, man.
He was. Wade Barrett should have been a star. He had the makings of a star. He had the height. He had a pretty good finisher. He had like the whole.
Couldn't talk.
Yes, he could. Where were you around with Bad News Barrett?
All he do is talk now.
Exactly. You're on commentary and you're like super entertaining on commentary. You got to be able to talk at least for that.
No, he got it together, but then as a wrestler, the talking was sucking.
Even when he was Bad News Barrett was like the prime of his talking ability. Like he got a saying over with the crowd. I'm afraid I got some bad news. Like he was a heel saying that to the crowd.
He was a good heel to me too. I think that they could have did more with him as a heel.
Great.
I think he was a really good heel. Like he was hateable to me.
He should have been a world champion. He should have been world champion.
1,000,000%.
Like I don't know how soon he should have been world champion, but he should have been world champion.
Okay.
Like I feel as though like a lot has derailed his career, like injury, but the biggest thing was John Cena.
It was.
The biggest thing that derailed his career was John Cena. The whole Nexus storyline should have been his coming out party. They should have won at SummerSlam. Like it said, Team Nexus should have won at SummerSlam. Like put these young guys over, the new generation over, and make people take them seriously.
Mm-hmm. And you know the craziest part about that, and I was telling Joe before we started rolling, was that Nexus spot, or when they invaded Raw,
yeah,
and they whipped John Cena's ass.
Yeah,
to be frank, that was a big spot, man. That was
huge.
John Cena.
That was Super Cena.
Like that was a big spot for them,
right?
And I feel like, you know, even the people that came out of that, like Bray Wyatt came out of that, but like later down the line, like
Bray Wyatt,
it's crazy to think about how Daniel Bryan, you know, Bray Wyatt came out of that, and Wade Barrett
right back. Like
yeah, like they could have did more with that. They could have did more with how they pushed them, because they didn't come out of that for that.
Faction?
No, but they have a top 5 faction moment.
Yeah, they do. They do have a top 5 faction.
They have a top 5 faction moment.
I don't think what they did is easily topped.
No, I think that Raw was they went all the way there with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and my third one, this man is currently on the WWE roster.
Top 5 faction.
He's currently on a WWE roster, and he's better than 95% of the WWE roster, but he's stuck in the undercard. Akira Tozawa. This man is better than a lot of people on the upper card right now. Is he better than Brock? Yes.
No.
Is he better than Roman? Yes.
No.
Is he better than Punk?
No.
Yes. Is he better than Sami Zayn?
No.
Yes. Kevin Owens?
Tripping.
No,
Yes.
you no,
No.
no, no,
Yes.
no, no,
No.
Yes.
no, no,
Yes.
no.
No,
Yes.
no, and
Yes,
No,
yes,
no.
yes.
Okay,
This man.
are you basing on strictly wrestling?
Yes.
he basing it on some
I'm basing
New
on
Japan shit.
If you basing it, if you
you
basing off strictly wrestling, but we don't need to talk about nothing other than strictly wrestling because all of those people that you named are like gigantic.
in terms of in-ring ability, in the ring only.
That's
As
fair.
far as wrestling
That's
ability
fair.
goes,
That's fair.
okay, I'll rephrase.
That's fair.
Yes, he's better than all those people that I
That's
named.
fair.
He's better than all of those people.
He's not better than Penta. He's better than the Super.
He is better than Penta. He is. I love Penta.
That would be a great match.
It would be a great match.
That would be
It
a
would be
great
an amazing match.
That would be an amazing match.
Penta and Akira Tozawa, like you're basing, like your frame of reference for Tozawa is the whole Tozawa power thing he's doing with American Alpha, or was that even their name? But or the Alpha Academy. I don't even know if they're even still a thing. But I'm basing this guy when I heard Akira Tozawa got signed, and I go back and I see a lot of his old stuff in Japan. Amazing, good quality stuff. I see a performance in the Cruiserweight Classic in like some years back. Amazing. Even got Kota Ibushi in that match. Tozawa wrestled his ass off. His performance in 205 Live and it was still around.
Yeah.
Amazing ability. Akira Tozawa is him, and that's the hill I'm dying on. I would love to at least see him get an Intercontinental Championship win at some point.
He can do that.
He could do that. I don't expect him to be world
Come on,
champion
man.
in this company.
You can't give him IC.
Anybody who top match was on 205 Live, it's self-explanatory, my boy.
The fact that you're undervaluing 205 Live like that,
You
says a lot.
205 Live is the heat.
205 Live is where the cruiserweights, where the real wrestling came from.
No, 205 Live is a longer speed.
No, it's not.
no.
The amount of talent that was,
No.
the amount of talent that was on 205 Live,
You talking about scrolling through Twitter? No.
the amount of time people that was on 205 Live, Kalisto, Pac was on there.
Yeah.
Pac is only one.
Enzo Amore, Tony Nese, Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann. It had a whole bunch of Jack Gallagher. There's a whole bunch of great talent in 205 Live.
You just named two out of 7, which you just did.
The last 205 Live champion, Carmelo Hayes. Last Cruiserweight champion, Carmelo Hayes, because he held both the NXT title, North American title, and the Cruiserweight title at the same time. Buddy Murphy, another great talent that was there.
Oh, Buddy Ripley.
Brian Kendrick, he had a run there as well. 205 Live had some
Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick had a
What a
run in
pull.
205 Live.
What a pull.
Great talent in 205 Live. Like the cruiserweights were wrestling their asses off, and they deserved everything they had and more. And Tozawa was part of that. And he was wrestling his ass off. You even got to venture outside of WWE just to see how good that man is.
Yeah.
Because look, I'm just saying.
What's his best match? What's the homework match for him?
The homework match for him was the tournament qualifier for the recently vacated NXT Championship after Enzo Amore got released. It had a tournament to determine who. I believe he wrestled Buddy Murphy. That match was amazing.
Party's over, Grandpa.
Any match that he's had in 205 Live will be like, damn, why the fuck isn't he like a?
You turned on 205 Live.
I saw it a couple times back then.
Mm-hmm. But Akira Tozawa right now on the current roster, he's still there. He's my most unsung talent in WWE.
I like that a lot.
All right, so second topic for the Royal List. Second topic for the Royal List. So, well, fuck, goddamn, this shit's falling apart. Oh my god.
All right, let's go.
Lord in heaven. Okay. So, dream matches. We all have dream matches.
Yeah.
But this one I want to expand about what our dream matches is. All companies, all eras, no matter what time period or where they worked, what are y'all's top 3 dream matches? Let's start with Joe.
Top 3 dream matches. Match number 1 for sure. Tag team. I need to see Legion of Doom, aka Royal Warriors, versus APA. You know what I mean? Ron and John Bradshaw, man. 2, Mr. Perfect versus Kurt Angle.
That'll be a banger.
That'll be so crazy.
They were in the company at the same time. I don't know why they never wrestled each other.
Yeah. And then Shawn Michaels versus Sting. Like neon tights Sting.
Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one. A lot of people say Undertaker Sting.
Nah, I don't rock with Undertaker Sting.
For real?
Only moment I liked of his when his Seth Rollins time. The only time I was rocking with that Sting. Every other time.
The face paint Sting?
Yeah.
Like even
the black and white one.
Even in WCW? Damn.
Black and white. I was rocking with the neon surfer.
Yeah.
But the
Crow Sting you weren't?
Crow Sting?
You don't like Crow Sting?
I don't.
You ain't gonna like what I got.
What you think about Joker Sting in TNA?
Well, you said TNA. There you go.
Come on,
wrestling. Like,
come on.
Come on, brother.
All I think is Dixie Carter every time anybody say TNA. All right, go ahead, Miles.
Go ahead, Miles. You can go next.
I'll stay on the Sting note for my first one. It'll probably be Sting, Black Crow Sting, versus Stone Cold.
Sting Stone Cold.
Sting Stone Cold.
Ooh.
I feel like and we talking about everything that would go into it, like promo, everything that would work with it. I feel like that would be a good match. Another one would be AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels.
Michaels, okay.
I would love to see that. I feel like AJ Styles before WWE, Shawn Michaels. I would love to see how they work in the ring. I feel like they complement each other well. I feel like he's a child of Shawn Michaels almost, as far as how he moves. So I would love to see that. And then I would love to see Jeff Hardy Penta.
Jeff Hardy Penta's a good one.
I would love to see Jeff Hardy Penta. I feel like that would be a good quality wrestling match. With like maybe if you throw steel cage or something in there too.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't mean to burst your bubble. I just want to say something.
What happened?
Penta versus Jeff Hardy is like.
He's about to get disrespectful.
Penta versus Jeff Hardy is like.
He's about to get disrespectful.
What's the two dudes that's tag team in NXT with the mask and one blonde hair guy?
Not Fraxium.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro.
Fraxium. That's what that is.
That's
Fraxium, my boy.
What's up with you and Jeff Hardy?
Jeff Hardy cool, but I'm just telling you, that's Fraxium. That's all that is.
I'm a fan of Penta, bro. I'm a fan of Penta. I'm a fan of Jeff Hardy. I would love to see how that works together when
Definitely.
ring. I feel like that would be a great match.
Definitely. I don't know what.
He is an asshole, bro. He an asshole, bro.
My dream matches. I'm going off the Shawn Michaels pick you had, but give me Dan Bryan and Shawn Michaels.
I love that.
Yeah.
You not a fan of Daniel Bryan either?
No. Wait, who you say?
Didn't
it happen?
Brian Danielson and Shawn Michaels? No.
No.
Hell no.
No, because when Brian debuted after Shawn retired.
Gotcha.
Though he did help teach Daniel Bryan. So he was a student. So I would like to see that in the ring. They're both two different eras of professional wrestling, though they were wrestling at the same time, not in the same company. Except for that one time Brian Danielson was on Velocity wrestling Mustard Pants John Cena.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was.
That was weird.
But yeah, and I feel that's a great match. Could be super competitive, back and forth, lots of high flying as well as technical wrestling. I would see Stone Cold versus current day John Moxley.
Hmm?
I feel that'd be a really good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one.
I feel as though if I can like sweeten the deal a little bit, if I can be particular, I want to see that match of Stone Cold pre-breaking his neck.
Yeah.
Like before he broke his neck with Owen, when he was like more intense before he had to change up his style. That Stone Cold versus John Moxley could be probably one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah.
And one dream match that I would like is actually a triple threat match. I want 02, 03, 04 Brock Lesnar versus Taz versus Kurt Angle.
Taz, man.
I want 3
Suplex King.
And this is Brock Wick when he was like moving and not spamming Germans and F5s all the time.
Nah, he was doing shooting stars.
He was doing shooting stars. He was diving over the rope. He was doing different shit. I'm gonna say this again. He's doing different shit.
ISO.
But also Taz, ECW Taz.
Brock gets under his skin.
Listen, every day I try to live my life, and yet
Red and black shorts, Brock Lesnar.
I feel like he was good like before he broke the streak.
He was.
Like
I agree.
Pre-breaking the streak, he was cool. After that,
yeah.
But anyway, like there's 3 suplexing machines, 3 heavy hitters, throwers, slammers, all this. It's just amazing. Just that thought of those 3. I mean, it's crazy because like Kurt Angle wrestled Taz.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle wrestled Brock Lesnar.
No.
Brock Lesnar never wrestled Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Or yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Brock Lesnar wrestled Kurt Angle.
Yeah, definitely.
But Brock Lesnar never wrestled Taz. And because when Lesnar debuted, Taz was like already on commentary.
Yeah. One of my favorite commentators of all time.
Yeah.
I love Taz commentary.
Taz commentary was great. But I feel as though those 3 could stand to have like an amazing match. An amazing match. Though a little bit of a bonus, all the people that WWE set up Brock Lesnar to fight and they didn't do it, like Brock Lesnar and Gunther, which still could happen, but it hasn't happened yet. And Brock Lesnar and Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Both set up doing a Royal Rumble, and we got nothing from that.
Keith Lee.
I don't trust right now. I don't trust WWE how they handle Brock Lesnar right now. Like I'm not a big fan of what's going on right now. As far as like he come back, he'll leave, he comes back.
He doing the Roman.
F5,
Roman.
suplex gone. He don't really do suplexes no more, but the F5 spam.
I mean, he be spamming those German suplexes.
He do. I mean, yeah.
German suplexes.
But yeah.
And again, I'm not asking this man to go on top of a fucking carabiner and do a triple shooting star press onto his opponent or anything. I'm just asking for a little bit of variety.
I want variety, bro.
Like, do you know how much I was looking forward to Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, only for that match to be what the fuck?
Oh. 20 years too fucking late.
20 years too late, and that match was just Germans. Germans. And Bobby Lashley got injured during that match. So
yeah.
But anyway, so that's our dream matches.
Yes.
Pretty good picks.
Before we go, I was wondering where you at with your wrestling journey. Because the people don't know, Khalil is pursuing to be an actual professional wrestler.
That is correct. I am.
Yeah.
I am currently in the progress of trying to train to be a professional wrestler. I up my gym regimen and diet significantly. But as far as pursuing a wrestling school, I think I've decided that I am going to stake my claim here in Atlanta as well. But I'm choosing between 2 schools because there's a lot of wrestling schools here in Atlanta. One of them is the Nightmare Factory. That is the school founded by Cody Rhodes and headed up by QT Marshall of AEW.
Okay.
Another one is called the AWA, which is another Atlanta, another wrestling school. There's another wrestling school here that's headed up by Farouk. I'm not sure about that one, but I'm still passionate about that. Steady progress will be made in the days coming, but right now it's just before I drop however many bands it costs for me to do a semester of wrestling school, I gotta get in shape first.
That's
So you got a name?
I do have a name. And so before I say my name, right, I got to get some context here, because especially to the guy, to the producer here. I discussed this with Willie Joe, and I came up with his name before I started working at where I'm working. I was going to be known as Kai Cortez.
Okay.
Kai Cortez. I was just like going through a whole bunch of names. I don't want to tell what my gimmick is quite yet. That's gonna be a secret when I debut. But I came up with that name after over a minute, because Khalil's a good name. I like my name, but I don't know how much it's gonna get over with the crowd. So I think shortening to that is pretty all right. Maybe things could change, maybe not, but yeah.
So you're a heel or you're a baby face?
Being a heel is always more fun, but I think I can work both. Being both a heel and face. Though I did like come up with this personality off the basis of being a heel.
Can we get a promo before we go off the air?
You want me to do a promo?
Yeah, let's get a promo before we go off air, man.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right. I'm too high for this, man, but okay.
So your matches against Miles?
Against Miles?
Yeah, SummerSlam.
Is it for a championship? Or
it's for the Intercontinental Championship, SummerSlam 2026. You and Miles, Steel Cage, Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell? Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's take us home, man.
All right. Oh, I gotta get into the mood for this one real fast.
You a babyface, bro. So you gotta look like a babyface because he a heel. Well, you just look like yourself.
I'm about to say,
you got it. You got the babyface look.
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
Facts, Jamar Cena.
Jamar Cena.
They say all men are created equal. All men are created equal. Some are more equal than others. And that is not more exemplified than yours truly. Me. Nobody is better than me. Especially Miles. This is about to be the easiest match that I've ever participated in. I'm going to take that Intercontinental title belt in Battle Creek, Michigan, off of Miles' waist, and I'm going to put it on the dignified champion that it deserves to be. A belt of that stature, that class, of that magnitude deserves to be on somebody that can make it look almost as good as its host. And that's me, the fashion demon. That's me, Kai Cortez. You don't get to look this good and go out there and perform for all the second-class citizens that fill the audience. But of course, of the good also comes the bad. And I gotta tell you guys and show you guys what real talent is. And Miles, I don't even know how he got the belt on him in the first place. But taking it from him is going to be all the sweetest. I'm the best. I look the best. Wait, stop. Fit check. Balenciaga. Ventma. Look at the shoes. Rick Owens. That's me. Count up. Face down. Out.
Hey.
Gotta workshop that a little bit.
Okay, you got to reply, Miles Morrison?
Nah. I'm just going to beat him. That's it.
All right, take us home, man.
All right. That was episode 3 of the Kings of the Ring podcast under Digital Bricks Network. Miles, I want to thank you so much for being our first special guest.
It was amazing to be here, man.
Of course, Willie Joe, I'd like to thank you as always for being here with us.
Yeah.
My name is Khalil. Thanks to TC for being on the production side. And we gone. Take care.
Yeah.
That was a good promo.
Appreciate it.
That was a good promo.